So now we're remembering the Ryan Express. It is vintage video of Nolan Ryan from 1983. And the reason we're bringing up Nolan, well, Nolan, number 34, along with Earl Campbell and Akeem Olajuwon, all number 34s to be honored in February at the first Houston Sports Awards. And those awards, the reason why we've been asking about Athlete of the Year, the nominations are due December 1st. And guys, since we've settled on Athlete of the Year, let's move on to Coach of the Year. Seth, give me your Coach of the Year nomination.
This one's easy for me because he proved me wrong. Mike D'Antoni. I think I and a lot of other people were looking at Mike D'Antoni as a guy that was going to come in and it was going to take at least a couple of years to implement his system to get James Harden a running mate. What did they do? They end up going off at a record-setting pace offensively and paved the way for this being a destination for Chris Paul, the place that Chris Paul would want to go to. A lot of people had pegged him as washed up, as too old. He proved everybody wrong, so I'm going with Mike D'Antoni.
I thought he did a great job. Had they beat the Spurs in that playoff series, I might be in that corner. I'm going to go with another basketball coach.
Okay.
The head coach at Cy Falls High School, the boys basketball coach, Richard Flores, did a phenomenal job. Look, he's a young head coach in the high school ranks, and he coached against some of the best all the way. Cy Falls had never even been to the state tournament. They win it all. He did not have a superstar in that team. They played team ball all the way through. And in high school basketball, a lot of times the officials favor the team favorite. They favor the veteran coaches all the way through. Richard Flores did a tremendous job coaching the Golden Eagles to a state championship, their first ever.
And I'm going Wilmer Cabrera from the Houston Dynamo. When you are one of the worst teams in MLS and then you take them to where you've taken them, to me, he certainly deserves a Coach of the Year nomination. So for me, it's Wilmer Cabrera. Another important category, well, how about Moment of the Year? And guys, it is not limited to the field of play. So Matt, you go.
Okay, Moment of the Year for me. You know, all through the postseason, we were hanging on every pitch.
Okay.
It was so cool. But there were times when the Astros were on the brink of falling off, and then they were back. The moment of the year for me, when George Springer hits the 2-run homer in the second inning to put the Astros up on top of the Dodgers by 5 runs in Dodger Stadium. Everybody in Dodger blue, their hopes sunk. They didn't think they could come back.
Look, I said the trading up for Deshaun Watson. A few years ago, I said, hey, all 3 major professional teams are in the playoffs, that the Texans were a quarterback away from there being a golden age of Houston professional sports. They got their franchise quarterback. They just have to stay healthy. All the Texans' hopes hinge on him, but the Rockets, the Astros, and the World Series championship, potentially a golden age coming up.
All right, and mine's easy. It's a parade. Listen, when you've got a World Series championship parade, that is your moment of the year when you have million people in the streets of downtown Houston for this. So those are our nominations, but you can nominate as well. Go to HoustonSportsAwards.com. You can nominate your favorites for these awards to be handed out February 8th, 2018. You've got Coach of the Year, Moment of the Year, Lifetime Achievement. They're all on your screen.